Hello, it's Sonia here with the Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So today is Wednesday, and that means it's the stitch of the week. So for today's stitch, I'm going to be using an H hook or a 5mm hook, and I just have basic worsted weight yarn. And you can actually use a variety of hook sizes, a variety of yarn types for this stitch. You could even use fuzzy yarn if you wanted to. I always say, not to use it, but for this one, it doesn't matter. It just depends on what you're making. So this is going to be a very tall stitch. It's going to be the double, triple crochet. So I'm sure you're familiar with the triple crochet, and maybe you are familiar with the stitch, but it's not used very often because it is a taller stitch. But it does come in handy. So to do this stitch, I'm just going to chain, let's just chain 12. All right, so I have 12 chains. So to get started on this stitch, I am going to yarn over 3 times. So when you're working a triple crochet, you yarn over twice. If you're working half double crochet or double crochet, you yarn over once. But this one is a double triple, so you're going to yarn over 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. So you're going to have a total of 4 loops on your hook. So what we're going to do is we are going to skip 5 chains on our hook from our hook. So 1, 2, 3. Normally for double crochet you skip 3, for triple crochet you skip 4, for double triple we're going to skip 5, so here is chain 5. So we'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in the 6th chain from our hook we're going to insert our hook. And then our first skipped chains there will count as a stitch, and we're just going to pull up a loop. So if we take a look here, we have 5 loops on our hook. So now we need to work these guys off. So you're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you yarn over and pull through 2 4 times, or if you don't need to count. You can just keep yarning over and pulling through 2 until you run out of loops. All right, so let's do that again. So we're going to yarn over 3 times, as you can see, very tall stitch, and I'll insert my hook into the next chain there and pull up my loop. So I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, continue to pull through 2. So there we go. We'll keep doing that all the way across our chain here. So as you can see, this is not a very compact stitch. It's more of an airier stitch, so if you wanted something that didn't have holes in it, this would not be the one to use. But if you wanted more, you could incorporate this into more of a lace type, a lightweight type of project, blanket, whatever you wanted to make that was more lightweight, this might be a good stitch to use. So I'm just going to keep going, working across my chain, yarning over 3 times. And 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so there we go. We have the double triple crochet. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 double triple crochet. So you can see nice and tall stitch. So why don't we do for row 2, we will I'll show you how to do a decrease or together stitch with this stitch as well, because it's always good to know how to do those stitches as well. So we're going to chain 5. So that's going to count as our first double triple crochet. I'm going to turn my work. I'm going to yarn over 3 times. And my next stitch, I'm just going to work a regular double triple crochet, and then the next one we will do a decrease. So I yarned over 3 times, and I'm just going to keep pulling through 2 loops on my hook till I've worked them all off. There we go. So now let's do a decrease stitch. So decrease or together is you're taking 2 stitches and making them into 1. Alright, so we're going to yarn over 3 times. So lots of yarn overs with this one. Insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up your loop, yarn over, pull through 2. You're going to keep pulling through 2 3 times until you have 2 loops on your hook. If you don't want to remember the 3 times, just keep pulling through 2 loops until you have 2 loops on your hook. And those guys are going to stay on your hook. We're going to yarn over 3 times and insert our hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. So we're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops until, actually let's do this so you know how many loops are on your hook. I'm just jumping ahead. So I'm yarning over 3 times, inserting my hook into the next stitch, pulling up a loop. So before we start any other yarn overs, you'll have 6 loops on your hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2 until I have only 3 loops left on my hook. So there is 3 loops, and we're going to yarn over, pull through that final 3. And now we have worked our together stitch, combining those 2 into 1. So let's do one more. I like things to be symmetrical. So 1, 2, 3, yarning over, insert our hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 until there's 2 loops left on my hook, yarn over 3 times, and insert into the next stitch. And I'm going to keep yarning over, pulling through 2 until I have 3 loops left, and then I'll pull through my final 3 loops, and then I just have 2 more stitches to work for this row. And we will have decrease 2 times. Some people call it together. I learned it as decrease stitches, so it just depends. Alright, 1, 2, 3, working that final stitch there. So very, very easy. You can work a triple crochet, double crochet, half double crochet. You can do this stitch. And it's just good to know other stitches. So now you can see we started off with 8, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches because we decreased 2 times. So there you go. There is the double crochet or triple crochet stitch. That's a mouthful, isn't it? So I hope you enjoyed this stitch of the week, and I thank you so much for watching.